Welcome to the 10th Hour Trio. I'm Alex Drados, along with our co-hosts Jordan and Sam. And today we have our guest of Ava Polz. Welcome aboard, Ava.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You pronounced her name wrong, Alex.
I know.
Well, shucks. We'll try again.
No,
How is it
I think
pronounced?
it's fine.
I'm used to it.
Polz?
Yeah.
I don't
like
know.
Fishing
Where did
pole.
you even get the T?
Yeah.
Well,
There's
there's
no
a T in there.
There's no T. There's two L's.
Okay, that's fine. I tried.
I know Alex Grados.
Alex Grados.
Well, I thought it was Poltz. We're still recording.
No.
Recording. Are you okay today? That's like the third time you mispronounced something.
Wait, what did he say earlier today? The
That's-
virus?
The virus.
Okay.
He's got cabin fever.
Cabbage fever.
And along with us today, we have Ava Polz from the 10th Hour class. Welcome
Wait,
aboard,
what-
Ava.
What episode is it?
This is episode 5.
Also, you forgot to mention that this is a podcast. You just said welcome to the 10th Hour Trio.
But people know that it's a podcast because in the title it says 10th Hour Trio Podcast. So you said I'm doing the intro. That's how I'm doing the intro. It's
Welcome.
okay.
Ava,
Thank you. I'm glad you guys invited.
we're glad you're here. And we're glad that Alex didn't mispronounce your name this time.
Yes, thank you, Alex.
We'll have to do pronunciation and phonetics in the pre-call warm-up, I guess, next time. That's okay.
Yeah. He's been
Yeah.
struggling a bit today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I have. Whoop-de-doo. So, now that we're back from our holiday break, as I like to call it now, because we have people that celebrate, I guess, Kwanzaa, and they also celebrate Hanukkah, and some of them don't celebrate anything. And there's the big Christmas.
Never
So we'll
heard
start
someone make Christmas sound so sad.
So we'll start with Ava. Did you do anything interesting or fun?
I had a pretty fun break. I hung out with my friends a bunch, and then I think my favorite gift was an Apple Watch because now I don't have to use my phone at work.
Oh, nice. You got an Apple Watch?
Heck yeah.
What color band do you have?
Black, but I might get a different color.
Is it like leather, metal?
It's like this. I think it's like the sport band. It's whatever like the plasticky one is.
Yeah, they're
Cool.
like that. Not what's that word?
It's not solid gold.
It doesn't have VVS diamonds all over it. So what does the Apple Watch do? I've always
Oh.
looked at it, but I've never known what it does, you know?
Yeah. So basically, like the fitness aspect of it is exactly like a Fitbit. Like if you just want it for the fitness stuff, get a Fitbit. Like save your money. But if you're a big Apple fan and you want like basically a smartphone on your wrist, you can use the walkie-talkie, which is basically like calling someone. You can text people. Mine can tell your blood oxygen levels, which is kind of good for COVID.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it. Just saying, like if someone were to have it. And then obviously tell you the time. You can control the music. I downloaded an app so I can play games on it. So I think that's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
can
think Alex should get one.
Well, I
Especially for
have
the
the-
fitness aspect.
He has
Well,
like 7
I'm
different
pretty full.
smartwatches.
No, I have the Samsung one, and I don't know. I use it occasionally. It's not. I feel like there's kind of a waste of $350, honestly. Like, but I like the Apple Watches because they'll call the police if you fall, right? Or they'll call contacts.
Fall alert. One time I dropped my watch and it did the fall alert, and I was like,
Well, I know someone who they went out and got one with their grandpa for that reason. So if he were to fall, they'd know.
Well, did
'cause he lives
Did he
alone.
really have to get an Apple Watch? Like he couldn't get a
Well,
life alert?
he wanted it. So
He wanted to flex on everybody.
exactly.
Life alert just isn't hip
It's
enough.
not. It's not
No,
good
it's
enough.
not. It's it's not very popular. I don't know. It looks like embarrassing. You have like a giant thing around your neck with a button and you push it. I don't know.
I don't think they're wearing them when they go out and hit the town with their friends.
Well, they would, because what if they fall in the bathroom and they need to have their friends come help? I mean, they would need that.
I think it's more when they're at home by themselves. I don't think they're wearing it wherever they go. I mean, you have
Well, no, if
have
they're
one.
mugged,
Where
though,
do you wear
too.
yours? Where do you wear
Unbelievable.
yours, Kratos?
I do not have a That's a different kind of thing. I've got around my neck. I don't even know if this makes sense. That's not even a joke. I don't know what that means.
Are you talking about your diamond infinity necklace?
Jordan, that was my favorite gift I got from Jordan. My diamond infinity necklace. So
Yeah.
thoughtful.
You're welcome. I spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah, it's a Cartier and everything. He went all out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jordan got an epic gift for his Christmas.
Let's hear.
What did I get?
The
What are you
webcam.
talking?
What did it get?
That was.
You were so excited about it.
No, this is okay. Grados is very excited that I got a web camera because I brought it to Sam's house because I wanted to check the quality before school started to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And Alex was extremely excited to play with it, I guess.
Did you do anything fun with your webcam?
No, I don't. He's completely making that up. We just tested to see if it worked. I was
I
just
mean,
glad he
Sam
got
was
one.
there. Sam
I mean,
Kid-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all saw you.
You were pointing that webcam in places you probably shouldn't have.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable. It's so stupid. What did Sam get? Did you get anything interesting?
Well, you guys got me this really nice journal. It's pink. It's yes, it's my secret journal.
Oh my
And it's
God.
voice activated too. Very 21st century. I'm not going to tell anyone the password, but if I accidentally did tell you guys the
No.
password,
If you can say the password because it has voice recognition.
I'm not going to
so
say
if
the
we-
password. No one gets to know the password. If I told you the password, though, you wouldn't be able to get in because
Exactly.
it's voice activated.
Well, I want to
So
test
I
out
wrote-
the voice activation.
Well, maybe someday. I wrote a special message in it too if you mess up the voice activation. It says like you have 10 minutes to flee.
What would happen if they don't get out in time?
Well, I guess we'll see when Grados tries to break into my journal. I wrote my English, like, what did we do today? We did our little journal entry. I wrote that in my journal. So it is very useful too. And I'm very thankful. Now, Alex, I got you a very special present from Amazon.com. And I think you should share it with the class right now.
Well, I got. Bear with me. What is this? Oh, well, it's flipped around. A field journal by Kyle White.
I love that.
For the people that don't know, that is Mrs. White's husband.
Yes. He's
But you see, they didn't spring for the double-sided printing option, so each page is only half filled.
That was obviously intentional, Alex.
I don't
That
think it was
clearly-
intentional at all.
poetry.
That was clearly a writing technique.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe if you paid attention in class, you would understand that.
Well, what he did is he wasted paper, and Mrs. White always says, and she always says, go to the next page. They're big fans of killing the trees in the White household, apparently. So that's something to note.
Rest in peace, the trees. But what do you think of the book? I mean, you're about 3/4 of the way through it, almost done with it.
Well,
What's
she'll hear
your review
this,
so far?
so I'll be honest, though. It's pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. It's just like, well, she said it's for a certain place, so maybe I haven't gotten into that place.
I mean,
I think it's just like, it's basically just a time killer. Like she said, if you're in nature, you can read it. She didn't seem too enthusiastic about it herself. So
Well, I mean,
Okay.
she was
it might not
probably
be his best piece of
weirded
work.
out that you bought her husband's book for Christmas.
Well, but I said who bought it, so it wouldn't make it that weird.
I think it's extremely disrespectful that you're trashing my book well, it's not my book, but I bought you that book and you're just gonna say it's garbage right to my face. I mean, you obviously just don't get it. I mean,
Well,
you have to
I
be in
mean-
the right mind space and environment to understand it. Next time you go on your little Boy Scouts camping retreat, bring Bear With Me a field journal with you, and I'm sure you'll get out of it what Kyle L. White intended.
Slowing down again, thinking of resolutions. Oh well, time to nap. I mean, like, I think it's written.
That's so deep.
I
Just don't
Well,
understand it.
I think
Very
it's
deep.
written in, what do they call it, where it's like each
Haiku?
line has a certain amount of syllable. Yeah, haiku.
Shakespearean sonnet. He wrote it that way.
Cedar, oak, birch. No, it's not. It's not no. It's not.
What's
that.
haiku? 575.
5. Yeah,
577.
he did do
I thought it
that.
was
So I
7,
guess he did go
right.
through and make sure he could get everything in 575. But I don't know. It's fine. It might not
Well,
be his
Alex-
best piece of work. Maybe he has some other more fascinating, like chronicles, or I don't know.
Well, Alex, when
Oh,
are you
let's see.
releasing your haiku book that you've been working on?
It's so stupid. We're just gonna cut that. It's just stupid.
I want to hear the title.
What? I can't think of stuff like that on the fly. You know
Well,
that I can't like just.
You've been making up words your entire life, so I just assumed you'd be writing
Shouldn't be
a
that hard.
story in a secret language.
Okay. Well. Okay. Let's move right on from that.
Yes, I'm interested in what Ava did with her friends over break. She said she hung out with her friends.
Yeah, I
Like,
did.
let's hear who. Let's hear some funny stories. Like, give us all the details.
All right. What's the funniest story I can tell? Do you guys know who Jillian Riley is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Went to
Mhm.
elementary school with her.
So recently I've been hanging out with her some more, and I was at her house, like, I think it was like one of the first days of break. And so she's like really scared to drive because like health issues. So I drove her car and I did not know what I was doing because it was stick.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
That's gonna
Oh,
go
boy.
somewhere. Oh, that is yes.
I'm driving to Meyer so we can get some cookies because we're gonna bake, as one does.
Mhm.
And I like bottomed out the car going like 15 miles an hour, which is so like I don't even know how I did that, but we made it alive and the car was okay. So
Well, that's good.
it is good.
Impressive.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's pretty impressive. The fact that you know how to do stick in general, no one knows how to do that. I don't know how to drive stick. Sam and Jordan, I don't think.
My
I don't
cousin's
know.
a big car guy and he kind of taught me.
What was it?
Oh, I don't know. It was like I'm the wrong person to ask about cars.
What was it like? Little?
It was a
Because
Rolls
you said it
Royce.
bottomed out. Well, those wouldn't be
It was
stick.
little and long and white.
Okay.
And it had 4 doors.
Oh, it wasn't like a sports car then. Is what I'm
No, it
getting.
wasn't.
Okay, like it was like you're driving a Corvette or something, and it like bottoms out easily.
I would. Oh, I would be like, no, we're walking. I would not want to drive a Corvette. I'd be too scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned cars because I actually had an interesting experience with my car
Oh yeah.
over break.
Oh,
Someone hit my car in the legislative building parking lot. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it might have been Alex.
But because I had such an enormous dent all over mine, it's so obvious
Well,
that it was.
yes.
well, you don't
for
even
sure.
have a car, really.
Exactly.
You could have
Ramona's
used.
car.
You could have used
Ramona's
Ramona's
car.
car.
But
Yeah,
you've
but it
seen
was
both
pretty
of the
bad.
cars.
What?
so somebody committed a
Yeah, it actually is bad. It looks horrible.
Yeah, I would definitely consider it a hate crime.
Yeah, I mean, they're just jealous that you have a pretty decent job. Like, dude, that's so impressive.
Yeah, they're jealous of my job and my awesome 2011 Red Impala that they had to smash into
It's not a
the
bad
right.
car. You're like saying that, and it's fine. I don't know.
It's a decent car, but it's not like something you get jealous over, right? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
definitely not.
red Chevy Impala, and they just wanted to, yours was better. So,
Yeah.
Well,
So they hit it and ran.
wasn't it before it snowed? So you can't even blame it on the bad weather.
Oh yeah, it was before it snowed. But the interesting thing is, I actually found a car in the parking lot like the next day that had like a speck of red paint on it and it had like a broken headlight. So I'm kind of like suspicious that might have been the car that hit me. But then my mom did some research and the person who owns that car is like a big, like a higher up in the state's attorney's office. So I hope it's not that car because I do not want to fight that battle.
Well, they're driving at piece of crap with a broken headlight, and our highways is the state's attorney. They don't make a whole lot there, but
It was a cracked headlight.
yeah,
Yeah, my front headlight's out.
unacceptable.
Rest in peace, my
It's
car. I
still
don't have a
out?
name for it. It's still out. I haven't gotten it fixed
Headlights
yet.
are like what,
That's
like
been
10? I
out.
don't buy headlights.
It's been like 8 months.
What?
But I remember you had your broken.
No, that
That was
broken
his
headlight.
taillight.
That was your tail light.
My broken taillight got fixed, but now it's my front right headlight.
Mm.
So my car has been through quite a lot, but I'm thankful that I at least wasn't in it when someone hit it. Or maybe I should have, because then I could have got out and beat him up.
Hmm.
Fended your car.
Yeah. I'll do to their face what they did to my fender.
Ooh.
Well, I was more upset than he was because he called me and was like, some schmuck hit my car, and I was like pretty mad. I said, that's ridiculous.
Well,
Because
we know.
somebody at the high school, speaking of hitting cars, hit Ramona's car, her old one that I don't drive because I refuse to drive it. And they left a note, okay, which is the right thing to do. We called them, no answer, okay? No call back for a week, so we just had to pay for it ourselves. We needed a new taillight. There's still a scratch on the bumper, but nah, it's a 2005. No one really cares. If it was a new car, I'd be a little more annoyed. You know?
Wait, so you called them one time and they didn't answer, so you decided to pay
They
for it
didn't
yourself?
call back either, or send it. Like they didn't do anything. So I was like, yeah.
Did you
what
call
if
the
Probably
police?
save a fake number. No,
What?
Did you file a police report?
no, it was like
What if
$45 to
they
fix.
probably just didn't recognize the number, so they didn't answer.
We left a voicemail. I left a voicemail that explained exactly why I was calling. So
Would you like to share our Culver's incident over break, Alex?
What?
oh, my grandma gave us expired coupons, and I went to pay for the food, and I gave him the
Well,
coupons. Like,
wait, how did we get the coupons? Explain
Yeah.
that.
oh yes, she asked us to blow her snow at like, what was it, like 8 or 9 at night?
It was like
And,
8 o'clock.
At like 8. So we did that. Well,
Well,
they
wait,
shoveled it
wait
while
a
I was trying to
second.
get
Who's
the
we?
snowblower
Who
to
is
start.
we?
Who is we?
Who's
Jordan and
we?
Sam shoveled the snow while I was trying to get the snowblower to start. I could not get the thing to start, and by the time it was started, they were done. But it didn't even, like, it would run and then it would turn off. It would, like, you have to keep priming the pump to get it to stay on, and it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, so we had
And
to
then she
shovel
gave us-
Ramona's driveway.
Yeah, and then the payment was so bad. It was expired coupons at Culver's that weren't even valid. So we had to pay $30 for this food that we didn't even want. It was supposed to be like half of that.
We gave it to Derek, though. We showed up at Derek's
Gave
house.
it to
and
Derek
gave it to him.
Haldeman. Yeah,
Yes.
we like to give him food sometimes.
Yeah, he really needs it.
He really needs it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
It's
emaciated.
nice to
so
donate. His parents don't really feed him that much, so we
no.
try and donate as much as we can.
Yeah. That's why we gave him a plant for Christmas, so he can
Grow his own
grow his
food.
own food.
Yes,
Yeah.
his
Grows
baby
on, it's like a
chia
moss
plant.
plant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grows on moss. Makes some nice salads.
Also, see, the thing is, me and Ava aren't yet together. She is like the
Well, why don't you,
what does
for
she
people
do?
that don't know, why don't we have Ava explain what YEP
Yeah, she can
is?
YEP,
Okay.
YEP.
So
Yeah.
YEP stands for Youth Engaged in Philanthropy. And if you do not know what philanthropy is, because I know it's a big word, it's basically donating your time, treasure, and talent to non-for-profits in your community or wherever. So Sam and I are a part of YEP in DeKalb County, which is at the old like train depot building. It's kind of by, if you guys know where Softwater City is, it's kind of by there. It's downtown. It's by the police station too.
It's a cool building.
It's a really cool building, especially inside. But like Sam was saying, I am membership chair, which is basically secretary. They just didn't like calling it secretary anymore. So I help out with that, and we basically we get grant applications from non-for-profits in our community. They have to be in DeKalb County, and then we vote on who gets what money, and then we have an allocation meeting at the end of the like season, which would be in May, and then we give them their money. And it's just a nice way to, oh, if you don't know what a grant is, it's basically a sum of money that you don't have to pay back.
Yeah, it's a fat check.
It's a fat check. It really is.
Well, I think they did that. So, like, you go to organizations and then decide how much that, like, my Boy Scout troop, I think, wrote in for a grant and we received it.
Mm-hmm.
And someone came and looked at what we were doing and then gave us the $800 for something that we bought.
Exactly.
Wait, does Yep write the grants or do they receive the grants?
Yep writes the grants.
Okay.
Mhm. And why I brought this up is because number one, Ava did a great job with her membership. Like, I mean, she got me to join, so good job. And we would also like to present our non-for-profit organization, the Haldeman Food Bank, to be
Oh.
up for a grant. I mean, we really need the money to get donations,
Okay.
and we think this would be a great opportunity. So make sure you take that back to Yep, and
I will. And you know
you
what,
can
Sam?
come out. Yeah, we're gonna get him all this money for his food pantry, and then we're not even gonna give him any of it.
Well, Alex,
I mean, I didn't say that. Don't worry about it.
I think we have like a little over $12,000 to allocate this year.
20,000?
12,000.
No, 1 year it was 30, so they must have had some budget cuts over there. Because I think when they came and looked at my Boy Scout troop, they had 30.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Someone's not being as philanthropic to the philanthropic organization is what looks like it's happening.
Yes, actually, we do get that. We have a
Because where does the money come from?
we have a shared stock on the stock market. It's called the Youth Grant Makers Fund, and basically, Noah Nordbrock, he's our lead advisor. He basically he's a stock, and then he invested X amount of money when it first started, and it's actually doing really well. It's growing a lot. We have like $50,000 on there right now, and obviously we only take a small portion of that in case something were to happen, like COVID. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
great. So it sounds like $11,000 to the Haldeman Food Pantry, and maybe like 1,000 for the other nonprofits that deal with like homelessness,
Yeah.
poverty, all that irrelevant stuff, and then
Yeah,
we
the
can
less
Ramona's,
important
um,
to you.
the rest of
Ramona's
it goes to
Snowblower
Jared.
Foundation, though. Get her new
Yeah.
carburetor.
I think
That's
she
just
can
you,
get her own.
Alex.
Yeah. Most people know how to shuffle a driveway. I know you don't know how to do that.
He tried
Well,
his
I shoveled
best.
mine, though.
You didn't
You
shovel.
schmucks didn't know what an icebreaker was, okay? So I wouldn't talk. I had to teach you how to use it.
We were doing fine by ourselves.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't. You were.
It may have taken twice the time without the ice,
At least twice the time. But that's okay.
but we would have finished it
Mhm.
eventually.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time to wrap it up. Thank you so much to Ava for coming on this podcast.
Lots of fun.
Now Mrs. White can stop telling us that we need to get a girl on the podcast. We finally did it. It only took 5 episodes.
Only 5. Glad to be the first one.
The first one. You're breaking the glass ceiling of the 10th Hour Trio podcast.
I'm setting the stage for
really
the
are.
rest of the ladies.
Oh,
Exactly.
yes.
It's a high bar, but
Bar is high.
Well-
I'm just
we have to wrap this up before Grados is late to his Harry Potter roleplay club. So
Wait,
No, but
Alex, who are
those
you
are-
going as?
I honestly don't know a character from Harry Potter.
I
he's
think
Is
going
that
as
The Hogwarts?
Dumbledore.
Is that a character?
Hermione
Yes,
Mr.
Granger.
Hogwarts?
Mr. Hogwarts. Yes.
I
he'll be Mr.
don't know Harry
Hogwarts.
Potter.
Mr.
but-
Hogwarts.
absolutely.
Okay.
That's close enough. All right. Goodbye, everybody.